Yo, what up, y'all? Trep Life Ace. Welcome to another episode of Trep Life FX. Happy 420 to all you 420ers out there. Don't mind the background noise today. We are in quarantine. I got a house full of people, and they don't care that I'm recording right now, so they just running their mouths. They could care less. But anyway, let's go ahead and mark up these charts, y'all. Today is Monday. The market's open right now. The New York market, you can see down here, we're at around 12:12 Eastern Time. I'm on Eastern. All right, so let's start out with our first. Our first for the day is the Audi dollar. The reason why I'm starting out with the Audi dollar is the Audi dollar is showing me some clear moves in one direction, right? So we currently are on an uptrend. So let's go ahead and make that obvious that we are inside of an uptrend. Here's our uptrend, all right? Boom. All right, so one of the first things that I do, I usually start on my 4 hour, but I can also, because we're in the beginning of the week, let's go out to the weekly. All right, so we can see that we are coming off of a long downtrend. We still are under this is the 55-day moving average. The reason why I put it at 55 days and not 50 like most people do is a 55-day. 55 is a Fibonacci number. We work on fibs, so I want to be a little bit more precise when it comes to my calculations and my measurements. So I run with 55. Do with it what you shall, what you want. It's just how I was taught. I follow the rules I was taught. All right, and if you know, you know, right? For those of you who've been following me, you've seen me double accounts from 10,000 to over $20,000 in less than 45 days. You've seen, these trades go up. You've seen these posts. You see that I know a little something. I'm still learning, but I know a little something. So and that's one of the little things that I've learned and I went and carried throughout my trading career. For those of you who don't know me, Trep Life Face, I'm all about entrepreneurship, solving problems for profit. But one of the things that we also understand is that as most of us work from home with our digital entrepreneurs, we have to find ways to make money off of the internet, right? We spend a lot of our time on the computer. We spend a lot of our time on the internet. We got to figure out some ways to make some money off this internet, right? So we're taking a look at it right here. We're on a daily. Forex is one of the main things that anyone can learn from home, especially in a time like now. I urge most of you to go ahead and start taking advantage of learning up some Forex. What we're going to do is we're going to mark up our daily chart today, right? And our daily, we're going to mark the most recent high. We're also going to mark the most recent low. And then we're going to run a couple of other zone levels while we're here, areas of reversal, areas of breakout. And we're going to go and talk about what those are. So let's just follow along with me. So here we are on a daily chart. Let's go ahead and put a horizontal line down here on the bottom side. So we are in demand zone. All right, demand zone. Look at this wick on this thing here. We're going to set this level right here. All right, we're going to set that as in a dark blue. And then this one down here, we're going to set a dark red. All right. So this is areas that we should be looking at. If it breaks above, we're going even further up. If it comes down, it breaks below. I mean, this is a crazy one. We need to go. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and start and show this zone right here. Because this is a daily, this is not the 4 hour, this is a daily. So you got to do a little bit better job and catch these most recent joints too. All right, so we got to do that. And then we're going to run the same thing on this end here. Because look at that. You got to come on this end here. Boom. Just like that. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, so because I got my snap on, that's why we acting crazy. I'm going to take that off so I can do my thing. That's where I want you to be. So I got my reds. See this area right here? You got to look at this area as an area for reversal. So let's keep an eye on that. But it already did reverse off the zone. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as a zone. Just like that. And what I'm doing is I'm covering the whole wick of this support right here. You cover the whole wick of this support, this gives you an idea of where things might turn around. And look at that, it turned around. It turned around right at the top of that wick and gave you this double top right here, double resistance. Look at that, boom, boom. Crazy, right? That's how it works. If we're able to break above this zone right here and we actually get above the, start pushing towards this candle here, then we should be looking for some more up, right? And we are pushing above on the daily, pushing above the 55 moving average. So let's go ahead and mark that zone right there. We're gonna mark this. And this is gonna be in blue for a break above. Same thing here, blue for a break above. All right, so these are the zones. We'll get to those. Let's see how much room we have to go before we even start to think about that. 240 pips, guys. All right, so we're working with a potential 240 pip move if we continue to break north on this. But even just getting up to this area alone, again, to reverse off of it is 58 pips. So even if you want to just trade just to a reversal off of this zone right here, you could trade bullish, still pull yourself 50 pips off of that. Trade into this zone right here. Look at that, 55 pips trade into the zone. All right, so we got our daily marked up. So let's go ahead and what we're gonna do is we're gonna title these, right, so we know where we at. All right, the reason why we do this is because we have trend lines on other charts, and we need to be able to and because I'm color coded, I don't have to go on the detail as say that this is a daily resistance, a daily support. I know what it is. This is a resistance because we're on an uptrend. I know it's a resistance. If I break blue, that means I'm going bullish. That means I'm breaking through a form of resistance, right? Same thing here. I break through this here. I know this is an area for reversal, so be careful. Get out of a trade. Get more entries if it does. Whatever. You can kind of get an idea of going lower time frame and figure that one out. But we just got to go ahead and just mark them, just based on what chart they were marked on. Right? It may crowd your charts a little bit, but again, these are dailies, so when we get down to the 4 hour, most of these lines you won't even see. You won't even see it, so don't worry too much about those. Let's go ahead and just title these last few here. All right, let's go ahead and give this a daily title as well. All right, so we got our dailies marked out. All right, so what we're gonna do is, so essentially what we've gathered from our information that we're looking at here is that we're currently inside of an uptrend. We are inside of the uptrend side of the trade, of the price action right now. We've overcome these reversals, right, and we're heading up. So we've determined that we should be looking for bullish trades in this Audi dollar price action right now, right? So we go down to a smaller time frame. Let's go down to the 4 hour. So we take a look at the 4 hour. We can see here that look at what we have, right? Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. All right. So what we have here is the same thing. We have this daily support was marked. I know it's support because it's red and it's below price. So it's support, but here's all this stuff would have been the wick on the daily. All right. So then what we do is we say, all right, we're gonna go ahead and cover up the rest of this. And this is just an area of for right now. Currently, if it breaks below this zone, then we need to consider more and more sells, right? If it breaks below this, we need to consider some sells. So I'm actually gonna color code. We gotta color code this. All right, because we know what we're dealing with right now, right? We're dealing with sells. If it breaks below the zone right here, we're going for sells. All right. Now our daily high resistance side stayed the same when it came to this 4 hour, which is kind of crazy, right? So we got that going. All right, so we on the 4 hour, we have these levels marked out. That's fine. It's a nice little zone right there. We got some further levels if we break below above. See, these things we can mark these up just to show that we've seen them. But at the end of the day, we're still playing inside of these zones right here. So we could just really focus on the immediate area. 50 pips below, 50 pips above, and see where we land. Set your obviously every reversal rate. Set your alerts and everything for what's going on. Let's take a look and see how much pips this zone is right here, because this is kind of crazy. It's a 60 pip zone. Sheesh. Yeah, you have to tighten that up. Yeah, you have to tighten that up. All right, now, reason why is, so let's go ahead and figure this one out. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 4 hour and say, boom, we got this level right here, then we got this wick. So if I bring this down, and you know this thing get trickier because we got the snap on, so we're going to take that off while we just work out these pieces right here. So I'm going to come down to the bottom of this wick, but I'm also going to come down here. And the reason why I'm coming down here is because beyond this support level, we have this support level right here. So you have the bottom of this support level, and then also encompassing this wick right here. All right, so we got a nice little area for reversal here. We gotta pay attention to. All right, so we did tighten that up a little bit, so that's good. All right, so what we need to do now is move down to see if we can get some entries possibly. Right, if we want to look for entries on this, let's go down to the 1 hour. On 1 hour, we see a little bit, it's flat. It's flat action going on right now, right? Flat action on the 1 hour. When it's uptrend, of course, came down, tested that flat action inside, in between two zones right now, in between these lows, breaking above these little highs that it's above now. It should be pushing up to here. So on the 1 hour, I'm gonna mark this level right here. You gotta mark this area right here on the 1 hour. Okay, let's mark this area because you have these two resistances right here. Right? You have these two resistances right here. Resistance number 1, resistance number 2. You have these two resistances right here who, show you, right there. And then you got this one right here. Alright, so these two resistances right here, you actually have a break above and close. Now you have a small retest. So it's actually, you could go take a look at that further down, because now you're like, all right, we might possibly be able to get some buys out of this. We could squeeze some buys out of this, trade up to the next zone, potentially get 50 pips out of the deal. That might work, right? So we on the reversal side, we still on the top side of these two resistances right here. However, we are on the bottom side of these reversal points. Remember, reversal points are old floors become new ceilings, as it has happened here. So if we mark these floors right here, you mark this floor, we can mark that in black, and you'll see these floors, 1, 2, broke through those floors and came back and created ceilings out of them. 1 and 2. I can take these off. And you guys saw these, right? So you guys see where these levels are. New ceilings created. 1, 2, 3. Kind of broke above a little bit, kind of messing around, teetering back below it again. Now, if we go down into a smaller time frame, we can see that level has been played with. It has been played with a lot today. Broke above, open and close, and then came, open and then closed below. Same thing, open above, open and close doji on it. You got these tight little areas we're dealing with here. Look at that. Let's get a little bit tighter in there. Look at that. All right. Look how that action is playing around that support level. All right. Resistance, right? It's resistance line, but former support level. There we go all the way back. You can see former support level. And that's on the 15 minute. Remember, the support level was drawn on the 1 hour. All right, this reversal point was drawn on the 1 hour. Look at that. Came and broke above and played all kind of games around this area right here. So we kind of have to wait now. on a 15-minute to see if we can get some action to play above here. Right, we get some action to play above this area right here. Look at that. Now it's breaking back below again. So that's we kind of got to look at these smaller time frames to see how these levels that you drawn were played around with. All right, because technically what we have right here, if I was trading cells, this is a good entry for a sell because what we're looking at as far as this candle pattern. You look at this candlestick pattern right here. This is called a pregnant bear. Pregnant bear, 1, 2. You have this extended blue candle bullish, and it creates this pregnant candle right here. So this is pregnant with this. This is a sign that potentially on the opening of this candle we can go south. And look where we are. We're going south. All right, now we're still above this resistance right here on, we're actually pushing below this resistance right here on the 15-minute. If we start to push below these and actually open and close below these, then we can be looking at some consolidation going on. So you kind of have to be careful. Go ahead and set your, that's the 1 hour chart. Sorry, go ahead and set, start setting some alerts above these areas right here. Because if we get some playing around here and it wants to come back down, remember guys, this area here was an area of major resistance. You got 1 run right here, 2 technically right here could be considered, 3 right here still came back below, and now we're pushing again on the 4th. And so you might be coming up against something right now that's telling you that you might want to be careful with going into particular buys right now because we're pushing up under these reversal points that may cause for us to start looking at trying to go and create a higher low to give us some momentum to create a higher high. All right, and so we're looking at swing momentum. Be careful on that. All right, so we done ran that one. I think we kind of know what it is that we're looking at. We're looking at buys. We need to break above a certain zone. So this blue line right here is what we need to break above. Go to your MetaTrader 4, set your alerts. If you have alerts set up inside of your trading view, if you have Pro, you got to set your alerts inside of trading view. I set them inside of MetaTrader 4 because I trade inside of MetaTrader 4. So when I get the alert from MetaTrader 4, go into the trade and either go into the charts actually, and you'll see if I want to take the trade or not. That's how we trade on that. All right, so we use Trading View almost just as a teaching tool because a lot of people are familiar with the platform of Trading View. All right, so we on to our next chart right now. We currently are on our euro dollar. Flat action going on. You can see I have my marks already made on the euro dollar, but we have some consolidation right now over the last 48 hours or so. We've been going pretty much sideways. So we're going to leave that on the table. And we're just going to go to the next one. Our next chart is the dollar yen. Same thing. Sideways action. The charts had already been marked up. We've trapped price between these 2 areas right here. Right? Price has been trapped. Let's see if we get a break above or below. As a matter of fact, this would probably be a better. Just move this down a bit. I don't even need that anymore. Boom. I want to see a break above this, a break below this, and then we kind of see where we at. Right, but now we're looking at sells because technically we're below the 55-day moving average, and we're going to sell based on some of this action that we've seen here. I don't know, man. This is sell, retrace, sell, hit this level and reversed right off of it. Came, retrace, and now it's on its way back. Yeah, that's a little touchy. We're gonna let let's let this price action tell us what it is that we're looking at doing. All right. So we're just gonna move on to the next one on that one. All right. So now we got the dollar chef. Again, shout out to all the 420ers out there. Enjoy your holiday. Stay safe. No ciphers. Don't spread no disease. Social distancing. All of that. All right. So here we are, the dollar chef. Let's look at where we at. We on the 4 hour. Go to daily. We got some up motion going on the daily. I think we're in an upswing. However, we got higher lows, but we also got lower highs. Consolidation. We staying out of that. Consolidation. We staying out of that. All right, so we go back to the dollar again. All right, lower lows. Higher lows. Excuse me, higher low, higher low. Right, bounce off of that. But then we got lower highs. Consolidation, staying out of that. All right, dollar shuffle. Just look at that one. Pound dollar. All right, so there we go. We got a little action going on here. Some sell action, probably buy action. Sorry. All right, so this is the daily. Let's go ahead and clear. Let's go ahead and clear all of our drawings. So we're on the daily, and we're gonna say, all right, we obviously are currently inside of an uptrend. Okay, we're in an uptrend. All right, so let's look at what we're looking at. So when we were early on the Audi dollar, same type of action going on here, right? So you can see some confluence going on between, is it confluence or whatever they call that? Correlation, correlation is what I'm looking for. All right, so some correlation going on. All right, so let's get a markup our daily. Boom. Area right there. You're marking up all blues right now. Area right there. Area right there. All right, when it comes to reversal spots, you got to be careful of this area right here. Potentially, price can reverse on you there. And then when it comes to reversal spots on the downside, you got to be careful of the zone right here. All right, and that's exactly what happened. Came down and looking at potential reversal. Broke above, came back. So this is a retracement reversal, right? So anytime you have a breakout, if you break through a former resistance, especially on the upside, when you're on a bull, if you break through a former resistance, which is this here. So this is the breakthrough of this former resistance right here. And once it broke through, it came and just retested it. And possibly maybe wanted to go for more. But we have to go down to a smaller time frame to determine that. Because right now we have the 55 moving day average above price. We want to be careful on that. All right, so let's look at our 4 hour. 4 hour, we're playing tight line. All right, so you can see our levels, area of reversal here, area of breakout here. And if we can get below this level here, then we should be looking at downside bears. Bears have taken over. If we can break below this level here. If we can break below that, we're just going to mark that in red because we're talking about a break below. If we can break below this here, then we should be looking at some moves probably down to this reversal point here. Reversal. We're in bullish trend, resistance, broken through, come back down for a retest, and go continue back on its upswing. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Right now it's playing flat action around this reversal zone right here because we are in a bull market. If we get a break above open and close and it can actually push above this area here, then I think we'll be in good shape. Some swing traders might want to take this trade, go for a quick 10, 20 pips. It's coming to breaks if we get some breaks above these little areas right here. Because we are on a 4 hour. These are significant areas, most likely on the 1 hour. So we're just going to make that a dashed lines so that we can discern between this area here. So when we actually look at this on a 1 hour, if we get breaks above, look at that. Yeah. We get breaks above some of this right here. Some of this action right here. Yeah, we get some breaks above that. Shit like this right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then you might be in for something, right? If you could get above that right there, then we could be pushing towards this, right? It's obviously you got to get above this one right here too. But these are just areas to keep an eye on, right? Set your alerts. Boom. Set your alerts on your MetaTrader 4. Set your alerts inside of TradingView. Let's see where we are. But if we get some breaks below this here, this is when we got to be on the lookout for some sells. All right. You're looking for some sells in these areas right here. All right. So, pay attention to that. Keep an eye on that. Set your alerts. And we're moving right along. It's real simple, guys. Break above this here, retest, we shooting up. Break below this here, retest, we shooting down. It's simple. Prices in consolidation right now. Indecision in the market. Don't really know where we're going with it. There's no real point even going down to the 15 minute because actually you can see where we at right now. We're below the 55 moving average. We're bouncing off of it, testing it, coming back, testing it, coming back, staying inside of this resistance. Support zone right here. Indecision in the market. We move on to the next. All right, so now we're on the Audi Chef. Look at that. Audi Chef came in, broke this trend line. This is probably a 4-hour trend line. Right? Yeah, it's a 4-hour trend line. It's nice. Look at that. 4-hour trend line came through. Boom, trap price. I could go down here and put this trend line to really show, price getting trapped. Look how price got trapped. Boom. So here we go ahead and get in a little deeper. Look how price got trapped. Look at that. Trapped it. Alright, so this is what you call price trapping. Trapping price, we'll take some of this stuff out. Alright, because I just want to show you guys, because obviously this chart was marked up prior to us coming on. I tend to mark up my charts, and my marks, tend to stay the same all throughout, that's obviously a good mark right there if you just keep that simple. You take everything else out. Alright, we're inside of an uptrend. Right, we're inside of this uptrend. I get it. Alright. Boom, then we have our trend lines tracking everything both on the upside and the downside. Alright, so for our trend lines, if we get a break above this, we could be looking at something good going on there. But let's go back to our daily. I'm recording. Alright, go back in the living room. I'm recording right now. Stop coming in here. Stop coming in here. Thank you. Put socks on your feet. Y'all need socks on your feet. It's cold. Yes, all right, so here we are. You see where we are on this is the daily chart. So let's go ahead and look at what we could mark up. All right, so the daily chart, we got some marks up on this daily chart, all right? So support level here, resistance level here. Let's go ahead. We gotta mark these, man. Gotta mark them. All right, the daily resistance. Daily resistance, daily support. Boom. Alright, daily resistance, daily support. We get some action breaking above here. You're looking at maybe potential area of reversal right here. Continue breakout here. This we taking out like that. Alright, I think it might behoove us to just go ahead and mark this potential reversal point right here though. Just makes sense. I mark my reversal points in black. My breakouts bull on blue. My breakouts bear on red. Keep it real simple. 3 colors. Alright. If you wanted to, you could go ahead and go ahead and mark out your daily, whatever it is that you mark these horizontals or these diagonal trend lines on. That's fine. Alright, so we go down to the 4-hour. Alright. So we see our 4-hour, our daily line that we set as far as the breakout south. We're just going to tighten it up a little bit. That's all. And as far as what we set on the 4-hour, we're just going to tighten it up a little bit. So you could have started right here on your 4-hour to get a good idea of the 2 zones that you need to be looking at, the breakouts above and below. Alright, this one here, you can see that we have some resistances in here. And we've had a breakout above those resistances, which gives us a little bit more confirmation that we're going to continue in our bullish move. But we got to break above this trend line too. Right? Breaking above the trend line is going to give us the momentum that we need to continue going. Alright, and then we could go to this level here. And then we see where it's at. You know what I'm saying? We see we can get ourselves 20 pips out of that. 30 pips out of that, I'm not mad. On a breakout. 30 pips, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright. So yeah, so we just have to turn that radio off for a second. So we in good position right here on this to take a look at, set some alerts. Go ahead and set some alerts, and those alerts will kind of give you an idea of where you're breaking out. Most likely, if there's going to be a breakout today, it'll be a breakout on the north side. But for the most part, we're looking at a lot of these. A lot of these are going to be open up in the later markets anyway. A lot of these won't be open until you have the Asian market, and then you have the London market coming up, right? So Asian market later on this evening, London market coming up 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Pay attention to those, and you can see that we'll probably have some breakouts. So as you set your alarms on your MetaTrader 4, you'll probably see some breakouts in these areas, man. Boom, boom, you start entering these trades and start going. Start collecting pips. So today is pretty much a very soft day. We have a lot going on in the economy right now. A lot of indecision from governments regarding how to control quarantine. So we have a lot of news influence on price currently. Always check the news before you guys make the trades. Obviously, you always want to be aware of what can go potentially mess up your particular analysis and cause losses, or might be in your favor. But one thing about news is we never know. So just be careful trading the news, guys. Here's the Audi Yen. Same type of price action. We got a bullish market. We're looking at breaks above certain levels to kind of give us a better idea. We're currently right now in a holding phase. I'm just looking for breakouts. I'm looking for breakouts. If I don't see breakouts, I'm not trading reversals on these resistances because we're in a bullish market. All right, I'm not trading these reverses on these bulls because we're in a bullish market unless I get confirmation that it's time that we could be looking for a potential reversal to go south. Because you never know. You never know if it's just a retracement or it's an actual breakout, right? Breakouts occur on as far as when you have a bearish market, a bullish market, and you're looking at the market to reverse and go bearish. You are potentially looking at former supports being broken on the bullish trend. Supports on the bullish trend being broken. 1, 2, 3, right? This one was broken. 2 was broken, but actually reversed on it. So, you have to look at, all right, so this might have been the actual low that needed to be respected. Now we continue going along. If we get a break above, we're in good shape. We're creating higher lows and higher highs. So we are in a small uptrend in comparison to this larger uptrend. So, look for sells. If we got some reversals on these areas here, you got to pay attention to, all right? Pay attention to the price action on these candles. Big wicks, talking shooting stars and dragonfly. Good guys, get into your candlestick terminology, right? You have a shooting star right here that could be potentially telling you that you're looking at a reversal to go south. Pay attention to those things. All right, so here's the New Zealand dollar and the what do you call this? The Kiwi chef. All right, so you got the Kiwi chef. We looking at. So where we at with the Kiwi chef? We on a downtrend on the Kiwi chef. Yes, we are. We are on a downtrend on the Kiwi chef. So this is, I have to consider this as a downtrend. A lot of you guys will be saying, well, that look like an uptrend on the other side. Like this right here is an uptrend. This right here is an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. This is a daily. We're in an uptrend. It's been like this for the last 2 weeks. We're in an uptrend. Sure. Yes. Yes, we are currently in an uptrend on the daily, coming off of a major downtrend. Now, what do we know about downtrends? Once we break certain levels on a downtrend, we look for retracements. As part of the retracement, you're going to get an opposite move in the market. Especially coming off of this huge wick right here. Just show the huge demand zone. Demand got gobbled up, shot up, and now being held up here. So, yes, technically we are in an uptrend. So one of the things I want to do to kind of make sure that we are, keeping an eye on what we have here is that we have to go ahead and draw a fib out to see what we're doing. Because what I expected, and it's what I'm seeing, is that as you have a major breakout, you have a retracement to 50% of that breakout. And that's what we have. We have a breakout. It retraced here on this one candle. Tested the 50, broke out. But actually, the whole breakout that we're measuring this 50 on is from this high to this low. This is the 50% of that move. We have a retracement to it. And it's a former hit of another small little bounce. But this would probably would have been a resistance inside of a smaller time frame. It's not in a daily. But we can see that's what it is, right? So we are on an uptrend. All right, cool. We are on an uptrend. Battery's down. Let's go ahead and put this on pause real quick. I'll be right back with the rest of this video. Yeah, so we are checking out this Kiwi chef, or the New Zealand chef, New Zealand dollar chef. That's the Kiwi, right? Yeah, I think so. That's the Kiwi. It's the Audi and the Kiwi. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. You heard? NZDCHF. All right, that's what you need to know. So I was going to the point out the fact that, all right, so currently we are in an uptrend. You gotta be careful because we are retracing to the 50% of this daily downtrend. So you gotta keep that in mind. All right. Now, if we get breaks above this, so I'm actually gonna mark this level here, and we're gonna keep a mark on this level for this particular reason, so we know. All right, here's the 50% of this up move. We're gonna put this right there. Boom. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and just put that in a certain color so we know that's the 5-0 of downtrend. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take these fibs out. Now, do I use fibs in my markups? Yeah, absolutely. I just did. All right, boom. There you go. That's the answer to your question. All right, so here we go. We get through some trend lines. All right, this is trend lines on the daily. Not this to be that thick. You gotta be that thick, bro. All right, and then we can come down here, bust that down. I swear I hate these damn things being here. But it's all right, because all we do is we do like that. Now, why am I marking that? It's really not even a real support yet. You gotta have the close of this candle here. It most likely will be. It's valid. It's a low, and it's valid on the 4-hour, I'm sure. One last one we're going to draw out. Now, you guys say, why am I drawing trend lines on this here? The reason why I'm drawing trend lines on this is because we have to keep in mind that because we're on the 5-0 of that downtrend, trend lines are going to show us whether or not we're continuing in the downtrend. We start getting reversals off of these trend lines, right? If we get reversal off of the top trend line and we get breakthroughs on the bottom trend line, then that gives us an idea that we are moving in that direction of the cells, right? Because again, we're in a general downtrend from the daily. We're in a smaller uptrend currently. If you get breaks above the upper trend lines, okay, if you get breaks above the upper trend lines and reversals off of the downtrend line, the lower trend line, then we're continuing along inside of this uptrend. It's really just that simple, guys. All right, so we're just going to keep an eye. I have my daily trend lines marked up. Also, I'm going to mark up this horizontal zones on here as well. One there. Change the color. Red for breakdown below. On bears. On bears. B on bears. Bomb right there again. And we're going to bust down another one right here for the future. You know what I mean? All right, so here we go for the future. We're going to make it small. Small because you're weak. Right? Thick because you're stronger. You're thicking that one up a little bit more. Bang, bang. Midway because you're midway. You know what I'm saying? Nice little zone right there. Look at that. Boom, boom, right? Keep an eye on that. Break below us, we coming down here. A break below this, we testing at the bottom of this wick. And that's a crazy move, right? So keep an eye on that. So we got our daily mark there. You guys been saying, man, this dude just got lines on his chart. What's all the moving averages and all? Man, you don't need all that. You don't need all that. Now, yeah, you use that for extra confirmation, right? But for right now, we're just looking at breakout levels, man. We just want to see where things could potentially go based on breakouts of former supply zones, aka resistances, and former demand zones, aka supports. It's really simple. It's simple mathematics. It's not complicated. Just following the patterns. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and mark this one blue because we are looking at a break above. All right, so we got a break above. We're looking at continued bullish motion. All right, and then we continue on in this direction here towards that 5-0. All right, just right now, this is the daily. Ooh, now, did I mark the right? Was that the 5-0 that I marked? No, whoa. It wasn't the 5-0. No. All right, so I marked the 618. That's what the problem was. All right, so I marked the 618. I need to mark. Uh, I have to move that down there just to be able to move it. Things, it's like that sometimes. It's like that sometimes. It's ridiculous. It's like that sometimes. Ridiculous. All right, so we got that. Boom. We can take that on. Here's the 5-0. You get here, right? You got to break above, hit the 5-0, potential reversal. Keep an eye on that. So that's what we really need for this chart, guys. I'm not trading too. I might. I might. Well, so all right, let's do this. We're on the 4 hour. All right, let's do this. Look at this. Doji. You got hammer, dragonfly pin, dragonfly, doji. Right, and now we got shooting star doji. All these different names for different stuff. All this is saying to me, we might be going for a reversal. We've hit this level here. We might be trying to pull back. All right, we might be trying to pull back. But we also have the 55 moving average below us, which signify a move up. But pay attention again. These markets are closed, guys. You're not going to see a lot of price action. All this stuff right here. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the U.S. on the East Coast. No price action going on there. So we just going to have to wait for later. But we have our zones marked out. We go ahead and mark those. Here's the Euro Audi. We're on a downtrend on this Euro Audi. Oh, that's nice. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove all the drawings. Okay. Let's look at what we have. Nice. Boom. All right. So we got that. We got that going. We got that in our favor right now is that we're in a downtrend. Boom. Important places for continuations on downtrends are supports. Okay? Simple stuff. We're in a downtrend. It is important to keep an eye on support levels. If former support levels where you've had a little bit of a break in the general move, you have a break, you have a little bit of a retracement, build up some momentum, slingshot you continuously going forward. If you have the 55 moving day average above you, you have you right on top of the support level here, which is also a reversal level. Why? Because you have this resistance inside of this uptrend. Let's go ahead and mark it, guys. This is real stuff. Real stuff. All right? Real simple stuff, but you got to pay attention. Here's why. Former ceilings become new floors. Former floors become new ceilings. Former floor become new ceiling. Former ceiling become new floor. Former ceiling becomes new floor. Okay? I'm sure if I go back far enough, I will see a former floor become a new ceiling. New ceiling, former floor. Got it? Bang. Simple. Alright? Simple. Former ceiling becomes new floor. Alright? Because it's a new floor, however, we are in a downtrend, Be careful, because if you get a break below this, set your alerts. Break below, we going south, guys. Break below, we going south. And here's the next point that we may possibly be going to, which will be here. Mark that in red, because if you get a break below that, then we're going even further south. Yeah, it's raining in the background, y'all. Y'all can hear the rain above me. It's a beautiful, rainy April day. Shout out to all the 420ers out there. All right. So let's go ahead, and we also have to pay attention to this reversal point here. So again, we're on a daily chart. Reversal points get marked in black. There's a reversal point, guys. Former ceiling could potentially become a new floor for reversal. Former ceiling, new floor, potential reversal. All right, pay attention. However, if we get a break above, so we know if you want to go if you get breaks below. We're going to mark two areas here on this day. Breaks below. Now, these might not show up on the 4-hour or 1-hour chart, or even the 15-minute chart when we actually decide to get into trades. But we're using these as reference points to give us an idea of where we potentially be going to. All right, so I'm just marking up these resistance levels. Okay, we get a break above this. We're going to continuously go up, probably to test this reversal area here. So I'm going to mark this reversal area. Boom. Simple and plain. Mark it in black. It's reversal. All right. If you get through this reversal point and break above this, so let's go ahead and mark that again. And mark that. And what color we mark that? We mark that in blue for a breakout above. For a bullish breakout. Mark for a bullish breakout. All right. So we know where we want to go, guys. So we have these levels marked. And of course, on the higher end, if you break above this, then we are for sure going to go and create a higher high, and could continue along inside of an up move. Got a long way to go to get to here, though, so we got these zones marked out. All right. So let's go ahead and continue down, go down, drill down to the 4-hour. A lot of these are going to stay the same. We can adjust this a little bit to this level here. If we get a break above this on the 4-hour, and obviously our reversal point stays solid on the 4-hour. Look at that. Boom, test, couldn't get through. Boom, test, couldn't get through. Rise above. Boom, test, boom, test, boom, boom, boom. Been on it all day. Been sitting in this little area. Breaks below this, set your alerts. Breaks below 1.706. We're going for major sells. If it breaks above 173.106, then we're potentially going and continuously going up. This to create a little bit of a a lower high compared to these areas here, and then give us some momentum to kind of bust through. I foresee this going up before it goes down, only because we need momentum to break through the support level zone here. All right. So I went through a lot of charts, guys. If you are on the pound yen, it's probably like the 8th or 9th chart. You guys can see it. Go through the chart. Do the same thing. Start on your daily. Look at general trends. Again, here we are on an uptrend, right? We're simply in an uptrend here. We don't need all this stuff. We're in an uptrend. Boom. We're in an uptrend coming off of a major downtrend. Is this an area of a reversal? Put your fibs. Run your fibs. Boom, boom. See if this is a 5-0. Most of the time, it is. It's all a reversal point. 5-0 reversals. Look at that. There. Boom. Got above it. Came below it. Not enough price action to give us a good idea of where we're going. We are pushing below the 55 moving day average. We may be causing ourselves nice little price action to continue going south. Just creating a lower high so that we can press below this low to create a lower low, continuation along in a downtrend as we have here. However, if we get above this 5-0, continuously push up, get above the 55 moving day average in the 618. I foresee us going up at least to this level here. If we don't reverse off of this level here, then we can continue up in the breakthrough. Go ahead and mark up your charts, guys. It's simple stuff, not that complicated. Flat markets don't get a lot of play, right? So we leave those alone. Flat markets don't get a lot of play. We leave those alone. You know what I mean? We just go right through. Boom, we got some little price action going on, some sells here on the euro yen. You can see that we're in a bearish market right now. We're in bear, a little bit of a reversal, continuation bear. If we break below these levels here, then we're looking at something. You know what I'm saying? If we break below these levels here, then we're looking at something. All right? You know, go ahead and mark that up in the red. Boom. All right, we break above some of this here, but we got to break above this is where You know, we're meeting in the 55, right? We break above that. Then we in for some more sales. All right, simple stuff, guys. Real simple. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate this thing. Don't overcomplicate it. All right, market zones, market trend lines to trap price. Go ahead and start looking at areas for reversal. All right, but so far we haven't really seen anything that we really want to trade on. All right, we went through a lot of our charts so far. You know, there's a lot of other charts that, you know, out there. You got the cash chef. But most of the price action, especially right now in the particular time of the market, everything's dry. All right, look at that. Dry. Dry action. Dry action. Everything flat. Dry action. Dry action. Dry action. Look at that. Dry action. Everything flat. You know what I'm saying? Got to get some breaks, right? So, hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Trep Life FX, another episode in the books. 420. Y'all enjoy y'all's day. Stay safe out here in the quarantine. Put your mask on. You don't need the gloves. Just go ahead and wash your hands. Keep your hands clean. Keep your mask on your face. Stay safe. I'll let y'all later. Peace.